Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's me, your favorite Giraffe Factory. We're here again with some more Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. And today we will be playing with the Lance. Lance is a really interesting weapon in that it's much simpler than most of the other weapons. And yet still just as effective, and in some cases more effective. Every weapon has its place though. It's not really saying much. The Lance is a really linear attacking kind of, how you say, weapon. And something that really makes it unique is that you can, while blocking, as of course you can block, you've got a giant shield, you can dash forward and keep your block up, which makes it really interesting for counterattacking. The Lance is a beautiful counterattacker. It also has the ability to attack. It attacks straight forward. You lunge with your Lance, and then you can attack straight forward horizontally or straight forward at an angle, a 45-degree angle, about above where you are, and it makes for some semi-precision play with it. It's pretty cool. Something that sets the Lance apart from most of the bladed weapons is that it actually can hop backwards as a dodge instead of forwards. But of course you give up the ability to dodge forwards in order to be able to do that. And side to side, you can still jump to dodge side to side. One important thing is that the dodge distance is, it seems slightly different than the other bladed weapons, but you just get used to it. It's just a unique part of the weapon. Hopping is slightly different than rolling, which is what you do with most of the weapons. So last time we put in some stuff in here, so we're gonna grab those herbs that we just grew, and this time I think we're gonna cultivate some blue mushrooms so that we can, let's use some of these shroom germs. We've got plenty of them. Fertilizer for the shroom box. This bacteria is found within certain monsters. Cool. Let's go ahead and leave it in for 3. We've got the resources. Cool. And last time we learned about the different notes on the hunting horn, and we fought some larger jaggies, the jaggia, the lady jaggy, who are much more fearsome than the normal puny little male jaggies. Let's talk to the sweetheart, see what we got today. Okay, looks like there's only 2 quests that we haven't done. Golden Fish Opportunity and Guts, It's What's for Dinner. Let's do Golden Fish. Let's do fishing. If we're gonna do that, like those kids were saying, they've been mentioning how they were going to have a fishing contest, and they've been hinting at the ability to make the golden fish bait. So, since we've already made a couple of those, let's go ahead and grab it if we know where it is, which I don't. There it is. I always forget where all the items go after a while. The ones that you don't use all the time, it's hard to do. Especially when the list is so small, you're not used to them being in the right place. Like, I'm used to having seven pages full. It's weird having just half of one, it's so odd. Okay, so, not the fishmongers. I wanted to talk to the gal with the goods. Hey gal, you got my goods? I wanted to see if she had any bait that I could use to turn into the mega ones. Let's buy 5 of these. Let's see if we can combine them with anything to make the mega fishing fly, since we have more snake bee larvae. Of course, we did not send them to the pouch because we didn't think very hard before we did that. There we go. No combines. Oh well. Oh well. We'll just have to hope that 2 does it. How many golden fish bait, or golden fishiers do we have to get? Let's find out. We need to get 3, so that's not so bad. Let's do it. This time I will actually show you the shortcut in full detail. Oh? You got quest ions? She's got quest sirs. Answers. You know what I mean. Let's see. Deliver golden fish, right? That's right. I am lucky. You're correct. Uh-huh. That's right. Yep. Free worms in the supply box, you say? Oh wait, first aid meds, alright. Delicious. Stockpile some junk. Ooh, free huskberries. Worms. A free golden fish bait. That makes all 3. Assuming we don't mess it up, which I could. This is a real possibility. Alright, so you jump in through that little pier that's off to the side in this area, right? The little dock. And then you swim down and slightly to the right from the dock, and you go through this hole. You see stairs through it, and then you just keep swimming, and you pop out on 9. There you go. Simple as that. It's very effective for getting to the water areas. And that's about it. When you're fighting the... well, I won't give away any monsters. When you're fighting one of the monsters, it's really nice, because he often spawns on 9. It's very nice. What is this? Uh-huh. The fishing spot is over here. They don't really mention it very well. They want you to try to find it. That's okay. Find it over here. Gonna walk up to the shore, and you can either tap A to use a worm, or you can use an item from your pouch down here. I'm gonna use a golden fish bait. And you'll notice I throw it into the water, and all the fish scatter except for the golden fish, and then more golden fish appear. And they all kind of inch at you. And then once the lure drops under the water, you want to tap A. And if you tap A at just the right moment, you get the fish. Kind of like Minecraft, actually. Oh, there's another. Get him. Yes. You do not have to keep tapping A or do anything like that, like spin the stick around or anything. You just tap A at the right time. If the lure is underwater, you usually get him. And if you tap it at the wrong time, then you'll either get nothing and use up your bait, or you'll get nothing and you won't use up your bait. And today, we had a very smooth fishing experience. We got all 3 golden fish, simple as that. Normally, you'd have to wait around and hope that the golden fish is the fish that makes it to your lure first, because if anybody starts pecking at your lure and drags it under the water, there's a pretty high chance that they will eat the bait you have. So it's pretty important to use the right kind of bait for a certain fish if you want that fish. Golden fish is mostly just a kind of a zenny generating item, and just like for this quest, it's to introduce you to some of the you know, the basic aspects of the game some more, like we've been doing, gathering mushrooms, hunting small monsters, grabbing rocks from the bottom of the ocean, and so on. Things that hunters do, you know. Don't you do that? I do that all the time. And I'm going to stop here and grab some honey, because it's always good to have honey. Never hurts. And we got time to kill here. This quest wasn't very hard, so we can just grab this honey. And then we will go deliver our golden fish and go back home. Grabbing honey, stealing honey from the bees. Alright, let's go home. Maybe kill this guy. Would die! Of course, we gotta show you the lance. Hey, what do you want? Hey, buddy, you mad? That's what I thought. Yeah, what? Try it again. Fool. Cut one meat out of this guy. Delicious. To remember him by. I let that one go, so we can tell the others what I've done. Anyway, so here's the lance. We've got a very, very long weapon here. You'll notice, I'm not sure if you've noticed so far, some of the weapons are a little bit smaller when they're on your back than they are when you draw them. The lance is one of those. Sometimes some of the lances, when you draw it, not when you use a first aid med. When you draw it, it extends. You see how the top part is kind of sunken into it, and then it shoots out there when I click a button or whatever I do. So you've got one button here to stab straight in front of you, like I said, and you can stab in 3 bursts, and then you kind of got to stop. And you can actually dodge after those. You can do that. You just can't attack again. You can block soon after. It's not that quick. Dodging is usually a better option. And you can also stab upwards, like that. You can combine the two. But a pro tip is that you actually stab faster when you stab ups. Up, 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 dodge. Up, 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 dodge. Up, 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 dodge. That's the quickest way to combo with the lance, and because of its relatively high damage and the ability to do that pretty fast combo, as long as the monster doesn't move too much, if the monster is downed, then that's an incredibly strong combo. If it's downed or is incapacitated somehow, that lance combo is brilliant. Another thing is an actual counterattack, a literal counterattack. You can hit this. You hold the shield button and then you tap. It's A on the Wii. I guess that's the same on the 3DS. If you hit A, it's the right button. And then you charge up an attack, and if nothing interrupts you, then you just will attempt to deal a strong blow. But if something does attack you and hits your shield, you will instead deflect that attack and then attack immediately at that point. You can not interrupt it unless you let go immediately of all the buttons that you hit, I believe. Oh wait, I did it wrong. Oh my. Okay, well, hold on. Let go, yeah. If you let go of R at just the right moment, the block button, then you will stop charging, and you will instead just do the counterattack. If you need to abandon the attack quickly, if you notice that it's going wrong, then that's nice. Another thing, I mentioned earlier, you can dash. Yeah, so that. You can actually move while you block with the lance. And while you move like this, your stamina actually can regenerate. Jump a few times to make it drop, and then you can move and your stamina will regenerate. If you stand still, it will not. But if you move, it will. It's a good way to get your stamina back while blocking against the enemy. This is a highly defensive weapon, but it's it's still also very damaging to the enemy. It's a great way to learn the ins and outs of an enemy because you have the highly defensive mode, and yet you can still deal decent damage to take them down in a good amount of time. Another thing I mentioned earlier, you can, if you're holding the stick forward and you hit the attack button, the top attack button, then you will dash forward with your shield up. And so this is a way that you can press through an attack and get closer to the enemy without taking damage. And then if you actually tap the same button again, the X button, then you will then throw your shield to the side and it actually deals damage. It deals a small amount of knockout damage, and then you can do a combo afterwards. Like that. So you can do a combo after you do that. The other thing is that you can hit both attack buttons at the same time to dash. And dashing deals reduced raw damage. You have to hold the shield and hit both buttons. You deal reduced raw damage, but you attack multiple times, over and over and over again. You'll hit the enemy. It's especially good for applying elemental damage and status damage, you'll find. If you don't hold the R button and hit both the attack buttons and you do a sweeping move, it looks cool, but I've literally never found a use for it in real gameplay. But it does look cool. So yeah, so there you go. That's the lance. It looks cool. Let's go home. Let's take a nap first. Take a little snooze. Oh boy, that was a good little nap. Is it time to head home yet? Ah, good. Let's go. Alright, we get a bunch of fish this time. Fish are seemingly unimportant unless you are a gunner. Gunners use a few fish to make bullets, and those bullets can be incredibly effective. Like the sleepy fish makes sleep rounds, and those rounds, like the name might imply to you, those rounds can put monsters to sleep, which is really, really nice. When you wake them up with damage, they actually take increased damage from whatever their source was. It's pretty cool. Sleeping is a very powerful strategy against monsters. If you can put them to sleep and have somebody with a greatsword, or if you have bombs, you can deal lots and lots and lots of damage to a monster. What shall we do? I guess we'll go get some guts. I mean, it is what's for dinner, right? And this will fill out our low-level quests, which means that, when I say low-level, I mean first-level quests. And we'll get to see what happens after that, huh? But first, we have to go get some guts. Hi there! She lives for her job, that's nice. Alrighty. Check the quest item, or time limit, and take items from the supply box. Can do. Alright. 50 minutes, very good. And take the items. Cool. Done. I'm that good of a hunter, apparently. Let's stock up on these. Take the fishing harpoons just for fun, because they are, as far as I know, pretty useless. Killing fish with them, that's about it. But they're free, so I'll take them. Probably just sell them all later. Alright, so we're heading out. We want to get monster guts, and I know for a fact that those come from Epioth. Or Epioth? Yeah, Epioth. I think that's how it was perhaps intended to be said. I don't like the way the cats are on this map. Let's steal my stuff. Go here. Let's read the little blurb for this quest. Folks call my lord the master of inviting because of his big shindigs. He's throwing a full moon banquet for the nobles, and I want to knock their fancy pants off. I need epioth, tripe, asap. Alright, cool. Well, I honestly never read those when I was first playing. Didn't even know they existed for quite a long time. So, they give you a pretty good explanation of where you need to go to get whatever you need, apparently. Which is awesome. So if you're ever wondering what you should be doing, if you don't know how to accomplish the goal of the quest, always read that little blurb. It should give you a clue. Okay, that's not what I needed, but I'll take it. Oh, wow, that's not good. Alright, need more epioth. I call him epioth. I like epioth. The Japanese is epios. So I think that's it. Am I making that up just to make myself sound like I know how to pronounce the name? Pretty sure I remember reading epios, but I may be wrong. Doesn't matter. I like calling it epioth because it's got a ring to it. Oh boy. We're underwater. Look at him swim around. It's beautiful down here. What is that? Oh god. That, boys and girls, is a Lagiacrus. Oh no. This bad. This bad, this real bad. Okay, slow down, breathe, relax. It's okay, it's okay. So, if we want to, we can still finish the quest. But we don't have to, she says. She says if we want to, we can just go home. But I think we're gonna do the quest because we're a real hunter. Come here, Epioth. Come here, Epioth. Are you just running? What is happening? What? I've never seen an Epioth move this fast. Cripes. Oh, he's loud. Oh my god, no. He's yelling. Look at him, he's terrifying. No. No, we're leaving. This is a big monster. I've been mentioning them a few times. That's a big monster. That's what they look like. Okay, let's go to the Epioth, guys. There's now 5 of them here. I guess because they're all running away from the Lagiacrus. And I don't know if you guys have ever watched another Monster Hunter video. You probably have if you're watching this series. But there's typically a lot of disagreement in the English-speaking community about how the names are meant to be pronounced, which is fine. It's good to have. It's good to have your own opinion about certain things, but sometimes it gets me because I just like I said, I just like to call these guys Epioth because I do, you know. And you know, if someone wants to tell me that I'm wrong for saying Epioth, then that's up to them. That's their, if they care about how I pronounce it, that's fine. Just you know, I try not to impose my pronunciations on other people. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I bring this up because just the other day somebody said to me Lagiacrus for the name of what I call the Lagiacrus, and that's all right. That's fine. I didn't correct him. I just don't pronounce it that way. I'm pretty sure it's Lagiacrus because the Japanese is Lagiacrus. So I feel like that's the closest I feel like that's the closest way that you could probably translate that. Since they translated it rather directly, I figured that's probably how they want me to say it. How many do we need? We need 3. How many do we have? We have... Oh, don't kill me. We have... I can't find them. It's not sorted. 3. We have 3. Run. Oh no! He shoots flippin' thunderballs at me. Oh no. Let's use the shield. Oh boy. Let me see, I didn't take any damage from that, but it did use up a ton of my sanity. Oh boy, this is a bad idea. I don't have the means to hurt this guy. Nothing I can do will make him unhappy. Oh gosh. You gotta go right now. Run, 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 little man. Go on then. If you're running away from a monster, it drains twice as much stamina as opposed to running in a zone without a large monster or running at the large monster. Large monster, I almost said. God, do not run at any large monsters you find. But the stamina gauge drains twice as quickly, and you'll notice your character will actually do a scared sprint animation that looks pretty funny. Oh, I missed. That sucks. Gotcha. Alright, sorry. I'm just screwing around. Let's go on home. We got our monster guts. We fled from a gigantic monster. A job well done. The quest was for delivering monster guts. And we did that. Well, now we did that. Let's go home. All the music for this game is really, really good. All of the music is just beautiful. Now, sometimes you play a game for a real long time, and you hear the music over and over again. You start to tune it out. You start to play without volume on and stuff like that. But you know, that music is just so very good. Every time I am listening to it, it really gets me how beautiful it is. Oh, hey, look, a boat. Oh, cool. A boat's back. What a dramatic few minutes. Find a giant sea monster that's causing earthquakes, and then a boat comes home. That's about it, actually. That's all that happened. We live on and for the sea. Saltwater courses in our veins. We are the 3, the proud, the hunting fleet. Our mission is fishing, bringing back the sea's bounty to the village. I'm talking pin tuna so fresh you'll be twitching. It's still twitching. Whoops. But common sea monsters are our greatest foes. It's our job to drive off creatures that might harm the village. Wait a minute. Hey, you're that hunter that showed up, right? You look pretty tough for a landlubber. If only the 3 of us in the hunting fleet could return to our former glory. We'd show you hunters who's the best. Whatever, man, I'm the best. Alas, 2 of our 3 boats were splintered stem to stern when the Lagiacrus attacked. Whatever, man. I withstood a frontal assault from that guy. Just held up my shield and said, no. Y'all saw it. I'm cooler than them. And it's important. What? Carry the 9. Chat up the fishmongers. Alright, cool. Well, I guess we've got a boat now, is what he's saying to me. Let's talk to the chief. He's got something to say. The Azure Lightning, the Lord of the Seas, the Stinky Sea Devil. That's the technical term. You made that one up, don't worry guys. Uh-huh. Good, because I don't think I can kill that thing. I made it back in one piece. Uh-huh. Alright, well he thinks we should be careful, we should all be careful. I think Junior has something to say? Head farmer... Oh, he wants to add a shroom box. Wait, don't we already have one of those? I feel like I just grew to some shrooms. Oh, more mushrooms, right. Just upgrade the shroom box. Got it. What does it take? Maybe I can make it now. I do technically have the resources. I think I will. Why not? What else are we going to spend them on? Am I right? Or am I right? Let's check out the village. Still one more thing to wait. Let's go put away our stuff that we've got here. And then we'll talk to the guild sweetheart. Put away that raw meat. We're not using it right now. Is that everything? Yeah. Alright. Bam. Alright, sweetheart. What you got for me? That's right, I was, man. No, I got no teeth marks. I am tough. I am monster tough. That's right. Uh-huh. I am pretty good at these quests, I gotta say. Huh. Oh yeah? What you got for me? A brand new monster slaying quest. A Ludroth. Kind of my in-depth and kinda heavy guidebook. Ludroth, a carnivorous monsters that live near water, prone to violence. Jeepers creepers. Well, nice working with you. See you next time, guild sweetheart. I mean, don't worry. It's a Moga Woods monster, so probably, you know, what do they know, right? They've never met him. Just be careful against guys with sharp teeth. Prep time is everything. And speaking of time, it's about that time, everybody. Gonna have to cut this one off here because it's been a hunter's life. Hunter's life was on the line today, and he's got to rest. So, until next time, man. Wait. No, there's more to say? How dare he just abandon us? You know, so today we played with the Lance. We played with the Lagiacrus a little bit by accident. It was pretty terrifying, but that is what a big monster is. One day we're going to be killing that Lagiacrus for fun and profit, guys. So stay tuned. Next time on Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, we go fight a little bit of Ludroth and move on to a new weapon. Alright, YouTube. I'll see y'all around. Come back later.